Well, since the Buckmen are so busy these days, a lot of them don't have time to get out and hunt. Somebody's got to get out there and pick up the slack.
Grant has worked for me for a couple of years. He's like my mini-me. Or, no, Jordan's mini-me, but Grant's like a bigger version of, he's like a maxi-me.
Well, with all the hunting we got going on, the company had to make another acquisition. So we brought on another cameraman.
It's been a fortunate and blessed year for me.
Apparently he thinks he's important enough to the company now that he can hire his own camera guy.
Jordan won't hunt with me. He big leagues me.
And this may quite possibly be the greatest hire we've ever made at Buck Commander.
Really? I mean, it's like a buffet of camera guys for me. I get a different dude every week.
Hey, you, music lover. You want a job filming hunts?
I've done worse.
Load up, let's roll.
All right, I've never met anybody with a silver truck before.
Yeah, don't talk a lot.
You got it.
So Grant says he's hired this new camera guy named Benny Mangold.
So, Grant, what's it like to finally be back in Louisiana?
It's great to be home. You know, just get in the wide open spaces of home, you know, where you're comfortable.
And I'm sharing that very space with you right now.
Matter of fact, my personal space is highly violated at the moment.
It's really hard for me to use one or two words to describe Ben, but if I had to throw a few out there, I would probably say quirky, eccentric, weird, hippie, throwback, Ichabod Crane, John Lennon, Meatloaf. I've never met a guy who can artfully combine cream-colored Wranglers with Chaco sandals.
Who? Ben? Benny? Like hippie Ben? He's all right, I guess.
You know, you gotta, if you sit your guitar down around Benny, he's gonna pick it up and start playing some of his old hippie tunes and his, Ben, sing me 5 Luke Bryan and Jason Aldean songs next time you see me. But mainly, I'll be good with just my songs.
So I thought we'd take our new hire and head on up to northern Missouri. And to keep him from pouting, I thought we'd take Jordan along too.
We drove all night, pulling up to Honey Creek, home of where Grant killed his first bow buck last year.
And when you start seeing guys riding around in horse-drawn carriages and bad male haircuts, you know you're in the land of heavy-horned deer. They all go together. And we're here. We're here, brother.
We're here.
Well, boys, time to get back on that creek. Let's lift, here we go.
How you get me? Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh. Man, you're really strong.
Hey, ain't nothing like hanging up a little yearling.
Always look forward to this trip to Honey Creek. Great ground to hunt. Great opportunity for us to just get out there and get ready for the season and get it started off right.
So I'm starting to think that Grant and Jordan have a little honey hole in Missouri. Apparently, they go back to Missouri this year to a place that they won't tell us where it is.
Love giving Jordy a chance to get out there and hunt, myself, because we don't always get a chance to hunt throughout the year. So it's a great place. Before all the other Buckmen get going and take up all the time, we like to get out there and do a little bit ourselves and try to get a jump start on the season.
We took this morning to do a little scouting, do a little recon. Been glassing down in here pretty much since daylight. And got a couple good bucks. Got one really good one. Big 10. I don't know. Let's see if we can watch them, figure out where they're going. Make a move on them. Set up for this evening, or?
Well, Jordan doesn't get to get out and hunt much, but when he does, he gets really excited about every spot he sees. Every new field he lays eyes on is the next best place.
Oh, Jamie Levitt just texted me. Let's see what he said.
I texted everybody.
Shut up. It's time to go and eat. Okay. All right, I got it, buddy. Let's go. I don't know why you can't just tell me that you're right there. You don't have to text it to me.
Well, those crisp morning hunts at the beginning of the season are always fun. You never know what's going to pop out. The weather feels just right, and we look out across the cornfield and see one of the big bucks that we had seen on camera.
That's a big buck, Benny. See him? Straight out ahead of us. That's the guy.
It's a rush of emotion where you're trying to keep yourself under control, but at the same time make the call, decide, and be ready to shoot the deer when he comes in range. Immediately I told Benny, that's a shooter. I don't know which one he is, but if he comes in, we're gonna shoot him. So we're watching the buck feed, and then I looked up and there were some does underneath us. And when I looked back, he was gone. You see a buck like that and have him within 100 to 120 yards, and you feel like the kill shot is imminent, and then for him to just disappear like that is heart-wrenching. I'm planting myself right there until that sucker's dead on the ground.
Well, somehow on this lonely stretch of state highway, we found the only roadblock for miles. Get it all cleaned up so we can come through here this evening. We can come through a lot faster. Apparently we're the only ones traveling this road today because they're not really piling up behind us.
Duck commander?
You asked if you was duck commanders.
You got a beard?
Yep.
Long hair?
Yep.
Is he happy?
Happy.
We will be when you fix that road.
How you boys doing?
Good. You all right?
We just can't get away from it.
Can't get away from it. At some point, you just have to embrace it. Make it work to your advantage.
Kevin's got a great operation. He's does a lot of farming, spends a lot of time on this ground, and he really knows where these deer are, and he knows what kind of inventory of bucks he's got on his property. We hunted with Kevin last year, and most of his fields were primarily in beans. But this year, they're primarily in corn. And if I've learned anything, if you want to find a big deer, find a field of corn.
We're out here in North Missouri. Wind's blowing about Mach 3 coming across these hills, about to blow us out of the tree. I feel like I'm riding a mechanical bull up here in this tree. But nonetheless, we spotted a big buck out here this morning in the field, in the cornfield. He's bedded over here in the woods to our left. And we're just gonna ride this hole out. Hopefully he makes a mistake while it's still daylight. Jordo's switch sets again, because that's just what he does. Every day, he hangs a new set in a new location. Maybe he'll kill a deer, maybe he won't. We're hoping that our patience pays off. That's what we're going with. That's what we're sticking with. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, And that's your weather report, Jack.
Well, we're in the stand, obviously. We're locked in, ready. So, we're just gonna hang tight, wait till dark. That's probably when we'll see you next. Next time you see me, you're gonna look up and the first clips you're gonna see is a real dark footage, but there's gonna be a big 10-point right there. I'm gonna shoot him right there. Watch.
So we think this big buck is bedding down about 165, 70 yards across this field. Trying to get a pattern on him. Figure out where he's going and what he's doing. Hopefully we catch him slipping and trying to make him move a little bit too early and stick him.
It's at 8 point. He's coming this way. He's right here, about 70 yards.
Alright. Back in our 4th day hunting this set, same set. We've hunted it morning and evening every day. We started to get a little bit burnt out on it yesterday, but then yesterday morning we saw the big buck that we knew was in here. It's crazy now that we know he's in here. We know we're right on him. We're watching his pattern, and we're just gonna hang out in here until we get it done. If we were here yesterday morning, he'd been dead. Nothing. I'm actually shocked. Tough morning so far. We'll hang in there though. And they're moving late.
So we're sitting there that morning. I'm eagerly anticipating 7 a.m., which is when we had seen him the day before. 7 a.m. came and went, and no deer. Until 7:20.
Benny, there he is.
There he was, 12 yards, right underneath us.
just did it. I don't even know how to react to that. Dude, sitting here this morning, I'm looking for him to come over there. Next thing you know, all of a sudden he shows up right here underneath this tree. Right here underneath this tree. Dude just murdered the fence 2 or 3 times trying to get through there. Holy crap. I cannot believe he did that. Oh my. Dude, you can't freaking draw it up any better than that.
Now it's time to collect the prize.
I honestly can't believe we were given the opportunity we were. He was there giving us a great shot, 12 yards, and drilled him. There's how much of the arrow was left. Amazingly, he ran smooth into the fence, did a backflip, got up and kept going. Initially, I thought it was a good shot, but you never can be sure until you see that deer dead on the ground.
Look at my camera viewfinder. Oh, baby. I saw him right when I went around that tree. I was going to see if you saw him. Are you serious? What a buck. Man, we've been seeing this buck. We knew he was in here. Kevin had some trail cam pictures of him, but hadn't seen him on camera in a couple weeks. And man, sure enough, he showed up this morning in broad daylight, 15 yards from us. Thanks to my buddy Benny for covering it all. Just an awesome, awesome hunt. Really have enjoyed getting to spend a lot of time with Ben in the tree this year. Great, great camera guy. Of course, I was pulling for old Jay some to knock one down too, but maybe next year will be his year.
Oh gosh, it's just peanuts and rat turds all in here. You gotta be kidding me. Those peanuts kinda tasted funny that I was eating a while ago.